This video is produced by the UCD Math Support Centre in conjunction with the UCD Access Centre. In this video, we will be looking at interest under the Financial Math section. In the previous video, we looked at compound interest, we looked at depreciation, we looked at present value. In all of the examples from the previous video, we dealt with the time frame being yearly. But as we will see in further examples in this video, that's not always the case. So we can have that the interest rates are monthly, weekly, quarterly, etc. So it's necessary to be able to compare these to one another, as often you could be offered an interest rate of X% monthly or Y% yearly. And you would need to know which of these is better, which of these gives you a better return. So the general approach is to use the compound interest formula. So for instance, if you're given the annual rate and need to find the equivalent monthly rate, then we saw that f is equal to p times 1 plus I all to the power of t, which in previous examples was yearly. But that is also equal to p times 1 plus I to the power of t, where t is in months. It doesn't have to just be months, it could be, again, weekly or quarterly, etc. So the p-values could cancel out since they're equal, and we're left with 1 plus I to the power of t annual is equal to 1 plus I to the power of t monthly. So since there are 12 months in 1 year, we sub in t sub years is equal to 1 for the annual part, and t sub months is equal to 12 for the monthly part. So what this gives us is that 1 plus I, when we're dealing with the annual case, is equal to 1 plus I all to the power of 12 when we're dealing with the monthly case. Now the i's in this case are different, so on the left it is equivalent to the annual rate, and on the right hand side it's equivalent to the monthly rate. So let's look at an example of this. So Johnny is considering two different offers from a bank. Option A offers a rate of 5.5% per annum, and option B offers 0.45% monthly. So which offer should he take to maximize his income? So we see if we take off from where we left at the previous slide, we had that 1 plus I annual is equal to 1 plus I to the power of 12 monthly. So let's find out what the annual equivalent of the given monthly rate is using this formula. So subbing in the I monthly that we were given in the question, which is 0.45%, or in decimal form is 0.0045. We see below in this line here that 1 plus I, when we're dealing with the annual option, is equal to 1 plus 0.0045 to the power of 12 in the monthly option. So this gives that I annual, when we solve this for I, is equal to 0.05535,675, or 5.536%. So this is larger than the annual rate from option A, which is 5.5%. So this in turn means that Johnny should take option B, because option B is equivalent to getting 5.536% per year, whereas we were offered 5.5% per year. So by going for the monthly option, we're actually gaining things. We're better off doing that. So that's why it's important to be able to compare these things so that we can see maybe we are getting a better option or better value if we choose the monthly option or if we choose the yearly option. So we'll look at another example. So Sarah's bank offers an annual interest rate of 6%. What would be the equivalent weekly rate? So instead of comparing the annual to monthly, like the previous questions, we're comparing annual to weekly. So where we had 1 plus I in annual is equal to 1 plus I to the power of 12 in monthly, instead of using 12 because there were 12 months in a year, we're going to use 52. This is 52 weeks in a year. So 1 plus I annual is equal to 1 plus I to the power of 52 in weekly. So we're told that the annual rate I is 6% or 0.06. And we're also asked for the equivalent weekly rate. So on this formula, we need to solve for the I on the right hand side within the power of 52 brackets. So we have that 1.06, which is 1 plus 0.06 in the annual side, is equal to 1 plus I to the power of 52 for the weekly. Now we'll take both sides to the power of 1 over 52, so by the rules of indices. That leaves us with the fact that the left hand side is now 1.06 to the power of 1 over 52. The right hand side would then read 1 plus I. We subtract 1 from both sides to get us down to this line, which is that the interest rate for weekly is equal to 1.06 to the power of 1 over 52 minus 1. And that's 0.00112, which is equal to 0.112%. So being charged 0.0112%, we're gaining 0.112% on our weekly interest rate is equivalent to 6% annually. So 0.112% weekly is equivalent to 6% annually.